Hey guys, happy Tuesday. So literally minutes before we jumped on here to go live, I got the most exciting email that I've been waiting for. So as most of you know, I've been working for the past a little over 3 months now.
Just call it 12 weeks.
Yeah, I'm around 12 weeks that I've been working on my certification for fitness, nutrition, and wellness. And so I had submitted my last assignment on, I want to say Saturday, Friday or Saturday. And I just got my email that I passed. And so I'm really excited. So tomorrow I'll be getting like my official certificate to show completion and that I've been certified. And then after this, I'll just have credit hours every year that I have to do to keep my certification and, of course, to keep my CPR up to date and all that good stuff, all the official things to go with it. But yay! So I'm officially certified and I'm so excited, so relieved because I just kind of felt like, with everything going on, homeschooling right now, with the kids being remote, and then work, and then also taking on my own educational journey. I was kind of nervous because you had 6 months to complete it in, and I completed it in half that time. So I'm really proud of myself. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to kind of like get that out of the way before we jump into our topic for tonight
Yeah,
because I was
she's
really
been
excited.
nervous the past week or so, constantly checking her emails. Ever since she submitted the last bit of everything they needed to receive,
hmm
she's been on pins and needles just checking and checking. And finally, before we went live, she received the email with the confirmation saying everything is complete.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. It just takes a big a load of pressure off, like really. So
Just
to
tell them what the certification, like sort of where it breaks down. People hear fitness certification. What does
mhm.
that mean?
Yeah, so I'm certified to do group training as well as personal training. Also, nutrition expert and wellness coach.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
12 weeks. And you got fitness where you can train, nutrition where you can tell people what to eat, how that's going to affect their bodies and stuff like that. And then wellness, your mindset, everything like that.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, what we've been doing and the coaching that we've been doing, like now, um, I have that certification on top of it and kind of just makes it official.
Credentials.
Yeah. And then you're over halfway through yours, right?
Yeah, I believe so. But a little bit over halfway, maybe 3 or 4 weeks remaining, something like that.
That's awesome. Yeah, so that's going to be really exciting. A great way to start the new year, both being certified. So tonight we wanted to jump on, and I think that really actually ties into what we're going to be talking about tonight because we're talking about 3 key tips to success. And we're going to be speaking about this from a weight loss, fitness, nutrition perspective. However, like these tips, they actually apply to,
Just life in general.
yeah, life in general when it comes to success. So Yuri actually brought up some really good points today as we were talking, and so I'm gonna let him lead this one because this is all him.
It's just a bunch of questions I get from people who I see more like in my work life, going to work and stuff like that. People noticing sudden changes and noticing, wow, man, you're really slimming down. You've lost a ton of weight, this and that. What do you recommend doing and stuff like that? So, number one, I would say set a goal. Whether that would be, well, definitely, let me go back a little bit. Setting a goal, let it be something, a number, not I want to tone up or I want to gain muscle. It will be how much muscle, how much
Mhm.
weight do you want to lose, whether it be 5 to 10 pounds, over 100 pounds, whatever that is, set that goal. That way, it's obtainable.
Hmm.
You can't say I want to be slim because slim to me may mean something different than it would be to Ashley.
Yeah, and I can give an example on that. So I was working with one of my clients the other night, and we were talking about her goals for this process, and she had told me that she wants to tone up, but that's very vague, and so it's hard for me to guide her on a path to tone up when my definition could be, and actually in my mind was very different from what she was actually picturing. So what I did was I had her pull up a picture of someone that, like, in her mind, that's what tone is. And I mean, it was completely different from what I was thinking, which is why I wanted her to do this, because we need something measurable. And so even like progress pictures is a good form of measurement because you can see the physical difference. And so we needed something to kind of guide ourselves towards in order to not only set that larger goal, that's her big goal, her end goal, but also to then create smaller, measurable, obtainable goals that we can work through um, throughout the journey, and that way you're not always aiming, you're not thinking, okay, well, I still have X number of pounds to lose to get to my big goal, and it doesn't become overwhelming. You think small goals and you award yourself, you celebrate your success along your journey on all of those goals.
It's just enjoy the process. Enjoy every little victory. Whether you got out, you were able to walk a mile today. You're not
Mm-hmm.
used to being active. You just sit around besides your day to day. If you get out and you walk a mile, celebrate it. It's more
Yeah.
than you normally do. So just celebrate it and keep achieving those goals.
Exactly. And I saw, I don't know who posted it the other day, but it was really good and it made me think about it. It was like, you know, if you've, don't think of exercise as a form of a punishment for eating too much or going over your calories or anything like that. Think about exercise as a way to celebrate what all your body can do. So, like, that stuck with me. I thought that was really good.
Yes. And then just with that setting goals, instead of just weight loss or fitness, where it ties into your day to day life, whether you want to own your own business or whatever it may be that you want to do, just set these goals and work hard at it and you can achieve them.
Yeah, sorry. I got this thing so far away I couldn't barely read the comment. And some things I can do with my kids. Any suggestions? Yes. So walking is definitely one of the best things. I think it works really well for the family. Another thing is there's some really cute YouTube videos on for kids, and Cam loves it. He's like, "Can we do another workout? Can we do another workout?" So they have like kids fitness YouTube channel. So those are really cool. I mean, it's just like little stuff, but you can still feel it too. You know, like there's this one, and she does it in the theme of like different game characters. So she did a Mario Kart one time, and you pretended to be all these different characters, and did different activities like that. And so the kids were really into it. And then there was one where you were like in a video game, and so you had to like jump over the walls, and you had to dodge all this stuff flying at you. So that was pretty cool. The kids really enjoyed that.
Yep. And then another thing, like if you're wanting something to do with kids, just an actual workout or actual just like a set of certain things would be simply a squat. That's working your
Mm-hmm.
calves, your legs, even your core. And you doing that, your kids can follow along with you. And there's modifications. You don't have to go entirely down as far to the ground. Just go as far as you can without hurting yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely check those out, Sarah. Those are pretty cool. But yeah, like you were saying, um, just like simple, those that have kind of simplistic movements, I would say, but they're really beneficial for your body. So like you were talking about squats, jumping jacks, uh, what are some push-ups are ones that the kids like to do. And they like to compete against each other too. So if you
Yes,
have more than one kid,
we
they'll
have boys,
compete.
so it's very competitive.
Yeah, exactly. And they also, one really cool thing is they like to take turns being the coach and calling out the exercise. So I'll be the coach, and then Cam will be the coach, and then YJ will be the coach, and like we'll all do what each other tells us to. So everybody gets a turn to be the coach, and they feel like, they have more of a part in it.
And then the second key I would say is planning. Because pretty much, like the saying goes, if you don't have a plan, then you pretty much plan to fail.
Mm-hmm.
Once you have set that goal, basically, you have to plan to achieve it. What are you going to do? What workouts are you going to do? What kind of foods are you going to eat? Especially with the nutrition. If you've gotten to a point where you're considering weight loss, you can't continue to consume the same foods and hope for a different result.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to make some changes here and there. You can't just continue to eat fast food and fried foods and then, oh, I'm working out, I'm going to the gym, this is going to help, but not necessarily. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, so 80% nutrition and 20% fitness. So you may be aiding, and helping a little bit, but your biggest thing is going to be nutrition. That's going to be your biggest change.
Yeah, because especially with that, it's all about a calorie deficit. You can't continue to consume all these calories, but you're not working off these calories where your calories overdo your fitness. So
Mm-hmm.
it's going to still be weight gain, and then that's just going to mess up your mindset.
Yeah, exactly. Um, Sorry, our fridge keeps beeping. We're having that fixed tomorrow, but if you hear this really annoying sound in the background, we've been dealing with that since Saturday. It's driving me crazy. I swear, I hear it in my sleep. No, but seriously, like we have our own plan as well that we follow every day. So I have it laid out in the spreadsheet as far as what our resistance training is, what our cardio is going to be every day, and then so most of the time our cardio is outside. We like to walk around the neighborhood. That's the easiest for us. If you don't have a large place to walk around, you can easily do something inside. So on the rainy days, I have a little stepper. It was like less than $20 off Amazon. But if you don't have that, you could use a step in your house or anything like that. And I literally just step up and down and up and down and up and down for 60 minutes. And I am drenched in sweat by the end of it. So, like, you don't have to have a lot of equipment to get things done. That's the
Mm-hmm.
biggest thing.
Yeah, because there's people I know. For me, I won't speak for you, but when we would go to the gym and stuff, we were just going. Then I'd get there and be like, okay, there's nobody on this machine. I'll go
Mm-hmm.
use it. Then I'll be thinking, okay, what do I want to do next? So not going in there with a precise plan on this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 60 minutes of cardio on the stepping machine. I'm gonna work on my shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
my bicep, my tricep, and stuff like that. Most people, when you go to the gym, if you're honest, you have no clue what you're gonna do when you get there.
Yeah.
You may just be going around the circuit, hitting the bench machine, the shoulder machine, or whatnot. That's why you need to have a plan where you can go in there and attack. That way, you're in there maybe 45 minutes to an hour. You don't have to be there 3 hours. Because if you're there, honestly, if you're there for 3 hours, you're not working hard enough in that gym.
Yeah, exactly. And just having a plan too is going to keep you from skipping, because a lot of times after we've worked all day, we've been with kids and everything else, like we have to make decisions all day long, and that consumes so much energy. And it can be exhausting, like seriously exhausting. And so when you when you hear like I have a desk job, okay? So I'm at the computer all day long, but I have so much thought process that has to go into everything I do that I end the day in just like this mental fog and exhaustion. And it's much different from Yuri's, which is physical exhaustion after his job. So there are two different forms there. Either way, after you've worked all day long and you have to come home and make a decision on dinner, or you have to make a decision on what to do for your workout, like it's just so overwhelming. that many times we'll just avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
And avoidance is it can be a really big hindrance on your success. Whereas if you already have this planned out, you're not going to have to run into that. And the thing is, like, you don't have to change up your workouts every day. So we have a 5 day plan, okay? And then in this plan, well, we actually have a 7 day plan because we do cardio every day. But then we have a couple active rest days where we're not doing the resistance training. And in this plan, we have exactly what we're going to do, how long we're going to do it for, and how many reps we're going to do this for. That way, we know exactly what to do. We know when we're going to do it, and we're not skipping out. And then we always plan our meals the day in advance. And you can ask Yuri, like, if it gets to a certain time in the evening and he's like, what are we having? I'm just like, don't ask me right now because I hit that brain fog too. So this is why it's so good to have that planned out in advance.
Yeah, that's the main reason some diets don't work because you're focused on fitness, you're going to the gym, you're
Mm-hmm.
doing workouts. By the time you get off your 9 to 5, you have no clue. You haven't even thought about dinner.
Yeah.
So you just go to fast food, you just grab something, especially if you got to pick up kids and whatnot. But if you're planning, those meals may be already prepared days in advance. So where you
Mm-hmm.
just get home, you just pull it out the fridge and heat it up, or you've already got it chopped and you just got to stick it in the oven for a couple minutes or something
Yeah.
like that.
And food doesn't have to be super fancy. Okay, like we enjoy making some of the really nice different meals that you'll see on the website and things like that. And they're really cool. They're really fun. Mostly like weekend meals when I have more time. However, most of our meals during the week are very much the same type of foods. We might change up the vegetables. Um, Things like that we want, but it's the same concept pretty much. We know what we're gonna have for breakfast every morning. We're gonna have oatmeal with soy milk and agave and berries. You know, like it's very simple. It's very filling.
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious. We know what we're gonna have. You know, we don't have to think about that every day. So that's one of the great things about this. And you can change up little things here and there to make it still interesting without like going all out. It just makes it so much simpler to stay consistent.
And then the third one,
That ties into the third,
yeah,
right?
the C word, not that C word. Consistency. Showing up. If you said you're going to do cardio, 60 minutes of cardio 7 days a week, 5 days a week, that means you show up and you do it.
Hmm. Exactly. Yeah, because if you're not being consistent, then you're just planning to fail. I mean, because what happens is it's it's very easy to fall out of habits. It's very difficult to get into a habit.
Mm-hmm.
They say 21 days. I think it takes more along the lines of about 6 months to really get into a habit, and it's very easy to fall out of one.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, like years ago when YJ was what a year old. Um, we had cut out sodas completely. We hadn't drank soda in like a year, right? And then we went on our anniversary trip to Disney World, and we're like, oh, we're here. We'll splurge for like 3 days, right? Well, after that, guess what we came back to? Sodas, like.
Yeah, that 3 day splurge turned into like a 5 year splurge.
Exactly. So, you know, being consistent. And that's not saying that you can't ever have a cheat meal or something like that, because really, especially if you're shredding fat, so you're going to be in a calorie deficit for a while. And it's okay to have like a refuel type meal or a cheat meal. Whereas, and cheat meal, I don't think is a really good term anyway, because just the word cheat makes you feel
Mm-hmm.
guilty. So like don't consider it a cheat meal. Like you're refueling your body, okay? So you know, I don't have anything against refueling your body. Especially as you're bulking up, you're building muscle, things like that. Like your body needs that. But just plan that out, you know, even plan that refuel day. so that you're staying consistent.
Especially with the consistency, because you fall out of habit, like we just discussed, just like that.
Hmm.
It's so easy. Just stay at it, stick to it, and you can get through it. Anything is possible.
Yeah, exactly. And then I would say that there is just like there's three keys for success. There's one really big pit, so that you don't want to fall into, and that's procrastination. So one of the biggest things that I know I was always guilty of, and I know others are too, is procrastination. So it's that whole, well, Thanksgiving's coming up, right? Thanksgiving's next week, so I'll just wait till after Thanksgiving to get started. Oh, but right after Thanksgiving, oh my goodness, that's Christmas. So yeah, I'm not gonna start on Christmas. I'll wait out until
Then we
after
got New
Christmas.
Year's Eve, New
Oh
Year's
yeah, now
Day.
we're gonna have parties on New Year's, so we can't get started on New Year's. Oh, but so and so's birthday is right after that, so I'm gonna have to wait till after that. No, stop putting it off because the more you put it off, like it's never going to change. I mean, you're always going to have events, things are always going to be coming up. And so before you know it, it's going to be 6 months down the road, a year down the road, 5 years down the road, and you won't have made a change because you're always going to be putting it off for tomorrow. So stop putting it off. That's the biggest thing. Like, do it now, make a change now. And then like I said, you have those refuel days. So like Thanksgiving, think of it as a refuel. Christmas, think of it as a refuel. It's not a cheat. You're not cheating. You're going to be consistent right there. You're going to be consistent afterwards, and you're going to stop procrastinating, and you're just going to get started and take control of your health.
Definitely. Kick it in the gear.
Yeah.
Take action. Stand up for what you're trying to, whatever your goal is, plan for it. Stay consistent. Don't procrastinate.
Exactly. And then I know that a lot of you guys have already signed up on the event for our challenge that starts Thursday. So if you haven't, you can go to veganstrongandfit.com/challenge and get signed up, and you'll get notifications and everything like that so you don't miss it because it is a 5-day event. We're going to go live every night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. And we're going to talk about detoxing your body, getting your body cleansed out before the holidays, and really just, help you guys get all set. Because there's no need to wait until after Thanksgiving. Don't wait till after Christmas. Don't wait till the new year. Like,
Just don't wait.
just don't wait, get started now. So, yeah. I'll put a link in the comments. So if you guys are interested, you can go ahead and get signed up because you don't want to procrastinate. You want to start now.
Yeah, definitely. Tune into all 5 days.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss any of it. We may have a couple surprises in there for people who view it each day and
Yeah.
stick with it.
Because if your health isn't a big enough incentive for you, we're also giving away stuff. So, I feel like prizes are always a good incentive too. So like, hey, we're really ready and excited to get you guys clean and detoxed and just feeling more energized. So yeah. Anything else you got, Yuri?
Well, pretty much we hit there. Nailed it in there.
Awesome, guys. Y'all have a great night, and we'll see you in just a couple days.